Growing up, society taught you to follow the script by choosing a career path and climbing the ladder. But for many people, this promise falls flat. Work suffocates them and life becomes painful. Here, you're trapped in what I call the corporate cage. Fortunately, there's a way out. You can take control of your corporate job and unlock a life of freedom. I call this living uncaged. Hi, this is your host, Matt Doan. I'm a coach, creator, and entrepreneur. Uncaging people is my mission because it's been my exact life journey. This show provides you the stories, principles, and tactics to make it happen. Welcome to Uncage Yourself. Today, I'd like to talk about getting out of your own way. This is something that all of us do, but I want to really point to the root cause as to why it's happening in your world and what you can do about it. Now, before we start that whole thing, and as always, if Uncage Yourself is providing you value, please, my friend, hop on over to Apple Podcasts and or Spotify and leave a quick written review. It really helps get the word out to make sure we help the people we're aiming to serve. On to the show. We're talking about getting out of your own way. You've heard that phrase before, a means to an end, right? A means to an end is an activity done to accomplish a goal. The means is the thing you do. The end is what you're trying to achieve, the goal itself. Some example goals or ends, when we really think big for ourselves, might look like, hey, you're running around the world on 5-star family vacations. You're immersing yourself in nature every day. You're teaching others what you know and love. You're becoming friends with inspiring people. Or maybe you're owning a business that's really fun to operate every day and you're super excited about it. So you have those ends in mind, right? From here, you then turn to locking your gaze onto those ends and then figuring out the means to get you there. You know where you're aiming. Now you ask yourself, what are the means, the sets of activities to get us there? Now, oftentimes those means, those activities, aren't necessarily enjoyable or even that important. Let me give you a quick example. Meetings suck in general, right? But you agree to go to them to get work done. In turn, your boss likes you more, and maybe you get a 3% fatter paycheck annually, just trying to keep up with inflation, though that doesn't help that much. Hey, Matt here. Just a quick break from our show. If you're picking up what I'm putting down on this episode, I want you to run on over to uncagedworkshop.com. There, you'll find something I'm really proud of. I put my heart and soul into a transformative masterclass, helping you go from caged to uncaged. I promise it'll shock you out of conformity and having you want so much more out of work and life. So head on over to uncagedworkshop.com and check it out. All right, back to the show. Here, we interpret meetings as a necessary means to an end. You see meetings and you say, I got to go to them. That's a means. And then that helps me get to the end of getting a fatter paycheck, which helps me then get to a better lifestyle. But this is where it gets tricky. Our true ends start fading to the distant future, and we start confusing ends and means. Next thing you know, you've signed up for hundreds of means, all sorts of activities and shit you don't enjoy, and you can't even pinpoint if it's edging you towards your desired ends. So you're just accumulating all these activities and to-dos and swirling around every day, got all this stuff that you think is must do, critical, must do, but you're not really seeing if it's contributing to the goals, the ends you actually want. Remember, those ends are big dreams, things that really excite you. So when you get caught in this swirl, those means become the new ends. You start focusing on the promotions, the salary bumps, getting a slightly nicer car, getting impressive credentials and certifications, or getting that second rental property so that you get passive income. And you become so focused here, year over year, you focus on those things, and those become the new ends. You start living there, it becomes your new reality. You enter this decades-long unconscious cycle of chasing stuff, these means that you don't actually value. You don't actually value the promotion, the salary bump, the credential. You don't care about that second property. You care about what those things do for you, but you get caught in them. So as you get caught just chasing these means, all the while, you're completely obliterating your chance of that laser focused attainment of what you really, really want. Again, if it's exotic trips with your family, or serving others in need, or being a speaker, an author, a thought leader in the world, making a movement, you are far off, my friend, at that point because you've confused means and ends. You've lost the ends and you're now just caught up in all the means. So, you following with me here? I hope you see what we're doing here. The point is, you've got to stop confusing ends and means. You've got to delete all the noise and reconnect to your dream. Stay utterly fixated on that dream day after day. For example, let's say you have a dream house in mind. You and your partner talk about it, but you haven't really committed to it, but you know it could be something so amazing and you'd be so proud to live in that dream house. So ask yourself, are you really immersing in that idea? For example, are you answering questions like this? What's the square footage? What does the lot look like? Is it surfside or is it in the mountains? How many cars are in that garage? Which cars? What size TV do you have in your man cave? Is there a creek in the backyard or is it a babbling brook? What's it feel like to host dinners and bring people over and enjoy time with them? Okay, that's you connecting to the dream, right? That's an example. After you've emotionally connected with this particular dream, you do this on the daily, day after day. You're looking at listings, you're talking about it with people, you're writing about it in your journal. Now your real challenge is to manifest that while minimizing all the other nonsense in your life. So you've got to ask yourself, what are the bold, laser-focused decisions I can take that will create my dream house on the double? Again, do salary bumps, promotions, credentials, any of that shit have anything to do with you getting your dream house? Sure, you can look at them as stepping stones, but are you really fixating on that dream house and getting creative on making the smarter, better decisions that will create that dream house in a hurry? Don't think it'll happen decades from now, because if you keep deferring it, it's not going to become real. Starting that business, owning that dream house, going on first class travel with your family to exotic islands, that's not going to happen if you just get stuck in the weeds of the means, the normal stuff that's bogging you down. So, what are those laser focused actions that create what you actually want? I'll give you a hint. The answer is not more meetings. You know that too. You're smart, but let's just be very clear. You've got to ask yourself, what are the other things I should be doing instead? Here's the bottom line. I need you to fixate on the right ends, the goals. Stay close to them. Mentally, emotionally, live in those ends daily. Come back to them, write about them, talk about them, meditate on them, visualize them. Go see them. If you have a house nearby that looks like your dream house, go drive by it a lot. You have a car in mind, go to the dealership, bring your family. Because your mind is a supercomputer, the right means will become obvious. All the wrong stuff will start fading away. This is how you streamline your path from the right means to the right ends, right? We want to focus on the right means or activities that get us to the right ends or goals. You have to live in it, emotionalize it, get super excited about it, continually revisit it. Don't wait for someone to talk to you about your goals. Hell no, you are externalizing that stuff every day to yourself, in the mirror, on paper, to your loved ones. You bring it out. This is how we get out of our own way. And we make our time spent on the right things to create the right outcomes as fast as possible. We don't have time to mess around, right? That's the point. That's how we get out of our own way. Now, if you're looking to stop drowning in all this non-meaningful stuff and really start to focus on the life and career you actually want, I encourage you to book a breakthrough call with us. You can head on over to matthewdoan.com/talk. There, you'll be able to fill out a quick form, book a time, and get ready, because this conversation is going to be the best thing you've had in years. In that conversation, We'll go through how your current career situation, how your work life is limiting your overall life. We'll set that dream in motion, get very clear on what you actually want. And thirdly, we'll talk through the exact steps to make this come to life. No more living caged, no more living small. It's time to live uncaged. Fixate on that dream, that career in life you actually want. Commit to it. If this is where you need to be right now, book the call. Head on over to matthewdoan.com/talk. Hey, Matt here. Thanks for listening to Uncage Yourself. For show notes and more content like this, head over to uncageyourself.fm. And if you liked what you heard, I'd appreciate you leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Until next time, be well, my friend.